Okay guys, so welcome to another video. In this video we are looking at a scam, namely a Facebook scam. Now I've been watching a lot of videos on YouTube recently. I watched Jim Browning quite a lot. He's about like the sort of call centres that call out to you and try and extract money from you, and also Atomic Shrimp I watch a fair bit when he talks about the scams in terms of email scams, and he does a lot of scam baiting. I've been aware of all these different sorts of scams for years, and I don't believe for a second that I'm the type of person that would fall for them. But, you know, that doesn't stop new scams from coming about, and I'd never seen this one before. So this, what we're looking at here, is from a post that Rikishi put out, Rikishi being the ex-WWE professional wrestler. That's his real name there, Salofa Fatu Jr., but it's not actually his profile. So he was sent some screenshots from fans and just put a warning up saying, look, there's been some people trying to defraud people using my name, all that sort of stuff. Just, you know, be vigilant and ask people to report it to Facebook. So we're just going to kind of run through the screenshots and look at this scam. I have Googled it, and it's not necessarily a new thing, but I just hadn't seen it, and I've not seen anything on YouTube about it, so I just kind of thought I'd put it out there, a few sort of warnings. I think most people probably wouldn't fall for this, but, you know, they wouldn't be doing it if you didn't get the odd person falling for it, so it's just about making sure that everyone knows sort of what these scams are, but it's also quite, in an odd way, entertaining just to see sort of the ideas that these people come up with. So what we're looking at here then, because this is a screenshot of the profile, so it's got Rikishi's real name on there. It's got a profile picture. What it doesn't have anywhere, obviously, is that blue verified tick. So I don't know if that would necessarily show on a message, but it certainly would show on his profile. Also, when you have a look a bit further, it says logged in using a phone number from Nigeria. So not only, you know, is it a complete different country, Rikishi lives in America, but also, you know, sort of Nigeria is well known for scams. So we've got 3 images here that we're going to run through. You'll probably see I've done some editing on this image just to get rid of somebody's name, as I didn't want it being in this YouTube video. But this is just basically the screenshot of the profile. So we'll go to picture number 2. And here, so you can see this is the profile. So it's Salofa, who, you know, is supposedly sending the message. Obviously it's not him, and you can't see the whole message, but basically it looks as if he's talking to somebody here, saying about like what other fans have done. So he said, one got me a $200 Steam wallet card, so you being one of my fan, what are you going to get now for me? So obviously the English is very poor, but you'd expect that from someone who doesn't speak English. The problem is with that, you know, I follow Rikishi's page. He just puts updates and stuff up, and actually his English isn't that good. So in a sense, this almost could be the way that he would type. So that's kind of part one, where you sort of think they might have actually done a little bit of research there and chosen someone who's perhaps not the most well-spoken person, so that fans aren't like spooked by it when they get a message and it doesn't perhaps read in perfect English. So the person replied, and I think this person must have known, because, you know, they sent the real Rikishi a screenshot of this, but they must have sort of known from this message that it was a bit of a scam. So lol, not sure, give me your address and I'll surprise you. I don't think he was going to do anything, but I think this is kind of just testing the waters, sort of being like, you know, what's going on here, where are you actually from? So obviously Rikishi then, or, you know, fake Rikishi then turns around and says, really? And the person then says possibly. So again, they're clearly not being serious about this, which is good, because we don't want to be giving these scammers money. And then the Rikishi impersonator turns around and says, why can't you just get me just $100 Steam wallet card, just like the other fans did? So obviously, in terms of the Steam cards, what I believe is because it's going to be quite sort of footprint free in a sense. So if you were to get somebody goes to a store, gets a Steam wallet card, gives the code to this Rikishi impersonator could then sell it, probably at a lower price, but obviously the currency in Nigeria compared to the dollar probably isn't so strong, meaning that it's, you know, $100 in the US would probably buy you a lot. Even if you was to sell this on for, like, say, $70, this £100 wallet card, it's probably going to get you a lot more than what you'd get in America for the same amount of money. So there we go. He's asking for the money there on a Steam card. But the thing is, like, what you've got to think, why would, I mean, this is somebody, I don't know, the guys, as in the real Rikishi at this point, I don't know his personal finances, but what you've got to think is he's probably doing all right for himself. He's probably got enough money, having been, sort of a high profile professional wrestler for years now. Why would he be going around asking fans for, gift cards? It doesn't make any sense. But people are going to fall for this. People perhaps who watched Rikishi when they were a child, or perhaps even when they were an adult, when they were going through a hard time. Some people might end up turning around and doing it. And I don't think this person would be wasting their time trying to scam people if it didn't work on the odd occasion. So it is quite sad to see, but it's just about remaining vigilant. Celebrities are not going to message you. Even though, Rikishi, you could argue, is a very low sort of list celebrity, he's not going to message you and ask for money. If he does, make sure the blue tick is there, but he really shouldn't be doing it anyway. You do see, especially in the professional wrestling world, with like injuries and that kind of thing, you do see a lot of crowdfunding pages come up, and if you've got the guy endorsing it or someone endorsing it that is clearly an actual wrestler, that is great. If they've got the blue tick, if they're verified. But when this person's coming in from Nigeria, they're not verified, it's not going to be the person. So on to the next one, so the final image here that I've screenshotted. Just a little side note, there seems to be a Wish notification at the top of this person's phone, just a little notification there, which obviously a lot of people will know. A lot of the products that you could buy from somewhere like Wish are pretty much a scam. They'll claim to be something they're not. So even though they're avoiding getting scammed by not giving this guy money, they're probably being scammed by Wish, but that's another story for another day. So again here, this person's obviously followed this page, or this page has reached out to this person. I don't quite know. Based on the fact that it says you can now call each other and see information like active statuses, and when you've read messages, I'd assume that this person has come straight to this unsuspecting fan, probably gone into Rikishi's actual fan page under this fake fan page, and then sort of directly messaged people from it. So he's not just going after random people, he's going after people that have shown some sort of an affection for Rikishi because they have liked his page, and then they're going, the scammer is then going through that page and messaging people. So it's not great. But yeah, so hey, thanks for your support and love. And this guy says always, so potentially he believes it's Rikishi at this point. This Rikishi impersonator then turns around and says, well, really? And the unsuspecting fan says, yes, sir. So Rikishi then says, oh, okay, and then asks the name and location. There's no further screenshot from this. This is all that was sent, but I'm assuming from the fact that they sent it to Rikishi, the real Rikishi, I'm assuming that they didn't give this person any sort of gift cards or any way of making money, but I don't know, maybe they did, and then it was after they realised. But that pretty much wraps up this video. But it's just really to say, be really vigilant out there, because as I said, I doubt I would ever fall for a scam. I feel like I'm savvy enough to know what's real, what's not real, but we're not all in that boat. We haven't all grown up with technology. We're not all as tech savvy. And the problem is with that is that, as I've been saying throughout the video, these people would not be running these scams if they were not somewhat successful. Even if it's 1 in 100 people, as I mentioned about the currency, that one person sending a $100 gift card out of 100, could be substantial for that person in Nigeria. But it doesn't mean to say that we should be getting scammed like this. So if anything seems too good to be true, Rikishi doesn't, he's a busy, if you look on his page, he's a busy guy. He doesn't have the time to be messaging people, thanking them for their support. Now, I'm not suggesting that if someone messaged him that he wouldn't message back, but why would he be reaching out to people It just doesn't make sense. So just be really vigilant, but also just Google these things. Like, I have just Googled like celebrity Facebook scams, and whilst I don't think it's the biggest scam going on, I think there's much bigger scams such as the call center scams. It does happen, and it's really sad when someone's being scammed out of their money. So effectively, just anytime there's something that looks too good to be true, Google it. Ask a friend, ask someone who works in IT, someone who knows what they're on about with that kind of thing, or in any event, even if Rikishi was asking for money, like, you don't have to give it to him. He's he's more than capable of making his own money. So if you are having celebrities coming at you saying, you know, oh, give me some money, the answer should be no. Why should you give your hard money to them when they can go and make money themselves, you know? Unless, as I said, they're, you know, injured or had a life-changing situation. But even then, they shouldn't be coming at you individually. It should be done through like a Just Giving page or something like that. So just keep your eyes out. That is the end of this video. If you could give the video a like, leave a comment, just, you know, maybe talking about the sorts of scams that you've seen. Maybe you've been scammed at some point. Maybe it's not as simple to avoid scams as I'm making out. By all means, leave that in the comments. It's always interesting to have a read. And subscribe to the channel for more stuff like this. And I'll see you next time.